they doing here?
I don't know. AC is acting funny.
It seems like everything's fine with the air conditioning. Is anybody messing with the temperature? Are you 64? Doc out.
News 12, voted best weather coverage by the Georgia Association of Broadcasters. From the station that's on your side, News 12, first at 5, continues.
Who gets the title? We'll explain why a Columbia County school will go against tradition and have 2 salutatorians.
And from renters to homeowners, how one group is helping people take that step and turn back the block.
But first, our top story tonight, Crystal Anderson, a mother, daughter, sister, and friend, missing since last August and presumed dead. Meanwhile, her longtime boyfriend, Tony Berry, sits behind bars without bond, accused in her murder and kidnapping.
Now, his son, Darius Berry, is also charged in Crystal's death with accessory after the fact to murder.
Her family learning this week Darius no longer has to wear the GPS ankle monitor he was court-ordered to wear. So while they wait for a trial that could take up to 2 years to start, they're worried justice will slip through the cracks. Our Hallie Turner here now. And Hallie, you've been covering this case before the sheriff's office even named Crystal as a missing person. What are the family's thoughts about this latest development?
Well, Meredith, originally they were happy about the bond that was set at $20,000 and that he was getting the ankle monitor. Now they say Darius not having to wear the ankle monitor is a slap in the face. Darius was charged with accessory after the fact to her murder on December 15th, and he bonded out the next day under a strict set of rules. 4 months later, the family says those rules don't seem to apply. A report shows Darius filed for a motion to amend his bond on March 2nd. That hearing happened on April 5th. And during his court appearance, Berry told the judge that he's not a danger to the community, more a flight risk. Court documents show he did not violate the terms of his bond, and he's also helping law enforcement in the investigation into his co-defendant, his own father, Tony Berry. And while Darius does get a little bit more freedom, the family says the pain continues to grow.
My life, I ask myself every day, like, does it ever get back normal? Does my life ever get back normal? And I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know how long this is going to take.
Now, Darius cannot be in Aiken County for any reason while on bond, except for court and meeting with his attorney. And coming up all new tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we reveal more about what Darius told the judge to get this ankle monitor removed and the latest into Crystal's disappearance.
Certainly a heartbreaking story there with a lot of moving pieces. Thanks for keeping us up to date on that, Hallie. Shifting gears to weather.
Chances for you in the full forecast in just about 10 minutes.
Thanks, Riley. A back and forth out of Columbia County over who gets to call themselves salutatorian at graduation. Cortland Myers is a senior at Evans High School and was told that she'd be salutatorian, meaning the second highest ranking student. They traditionally give a speech at graduation after the valedictorian, but an underclassman graduating early qualified to be the new salutatorian, bumping Myers out of the spot. Now, Cortland's family says that she and the graduating underclassmen will share the title.
I screamed when I found out about it. It's not that I wanted them to give her anything, but I wanted them not to take what she had earned.
Yeah, we were super excited. We were very grateful because, we knew all along that, she was definitely deserving, and we're just glad Columbia County did the right thing.
Ahead on News 12 at 6 o'clock, Columbia County Schools responding to the controversy, plus the Myers family telling their side of the story and how they're looking forward to graduation here. Well, Turn Back the Block in Augusta is continuing their work to bring new life and energy into the Harrisburg community. Their goal is to get more families who are renting to switch over and become homeowners. Right now, they say 80% of the homes are rented in that community right now. LaDonna Dolman and her 2 boys are just one example of how this organization is helping families. She used to live in an apartment with gunshots and very high crime every night. Now her boys have their own rooms in their own yard. They feel like they're a part of a family and the community.
It was like a window of heaven opening up. Turn Back the Block has given me and my boys the opportunity to have the American dream.
And coming up all new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we're talking about how you could become a homeowner with the Turn Back the Block program.
There are more than 25,000 patients in Georgia who are permitted to use THC oil, but there's not a single place in the state that sells that oil.
Yeah, and today a commission voted to change that. Abby Kasoris spoke to a parent who knows firsthand how this THC oil could help her daughter.
As a parent, you'll do whatever it takes to give your child what they need and give them a healthy life.
Shannon Cloud's daughter Elena is 17 years old. She has a genetic form of epilepsy called Dravet syndrome. For the last 8 years, she's been fighting for cancer and seizure patients to be able to buy THC oil in Georgia.
Honestly, for anybody with seizures, you never know when the seizure could be the last one, the one that takes their life.
Elena is one of 27,000 patients in Georgia with a THC oil card. State lawmakers approved of the THC oil used more than 8 years ago. Still, there is nowhere she can legally go to buy it.
Having a child with a life-threatening medical condition is heart-wrenching enough, but watching them suffer and knowing that there's something that helps, but you can't get it, has been incredibly frustrating.
On Wednesday, the Georgia Access to Medical Cannabis Commission voted to give the two companies approved of production licenses distribution licenses. One of those companies, TrueLeaf, says now they'll need to schedule state inspections before their first sale.
We are sitting on go as it relates to being able to sell product to folks who have their cards in the state of Georgia.
If their facilities pass inspection, it could be days or even weeks before patients like Shannon and Elena can purchase the low THC oil in one of TrueLeaf's storefronts, just a few minutes from their home.
We're super excited that we'll finally have access, but I won't breathe that sigh of relief until we see patients walking in those doors and coming out with medicine.
And access to this THC oil will be limited to citizens of Georgia with a valid medical THC oil card.
We go now to our Dan Booth. Dan, the Greenbrier girls soccer team has quite the day ahead of them tomorrow.
Meredith and Will, perfection is something rarely achieved in the world of sports for a variety of different reasons, but the Greenbrier girls soccer team is 2 wins away from making that happen. The Wolfpack have overcome every obstacle in their path so far this season. They're undefeated, currently sitting at 18-0, and have found themselves in the state Final Four with a chance to make school history and county history. If the Wolfpack wins tomorrow night, they'll become the first girls soccer team from Columbia County to ever advance to a state championship game.
Every year our team gets closer and closer, but this year I feel like so many lowerclassmen and upperclassmen come together and we're just bonded as a team. We're always together.
Just watching all of our hard work be something that's been paying off for us, and having new girls come up as freshmen, getting to watch them play and getting to watch everyone else grow is something that's been really neat.
The Wolfpack are putting their perfect season on the line against Northgate in the Class 5A state semifinals tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. The match will be played at Greenbrier High School.
Good luck to them. After a long wait, the championship rings for the 2022 state championship team have arrived.
The Lions became state champions again this February after defeating Cardinal Newman 47-44 to earn the SCISA 4A state title for the second year in a row. So loud it'll blow your ears off. The team awarded those hard-earned rings earlier today in front of the student body and the school administration there. Head Lions basketball coach Brandon Dotson says that he's beyond proud of his team and that the team deserved to be cheered on for the hard work that they put in behind the scenes.
They're on cloud nine. They deserve it. They work hard. And most importantly, these guys are high academic kids. You couldn't be more proud of these guys, just what they represent, what they do off the floor, who they are, the character that they've displayed. Not only to be a champion, but to be a high caliber, high character champion is even more important.
And congratulations to the Augusta Christian Lions on their championship title. Again, their second one. It's awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty happy. I mean, and they've got the ring to prove it. Riley?
Absolutely. Now they got the hardware to show it off, and a big congratulations to them. We are looking at high rain chances over the next couple of days, and that will even continue into some of the weekend. We'll have that full forecast just after the break.
These flip books may look pretty retro, but they're actually used to save lives right now. All new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we'll be hearing from the 911 Center on how they use these for medical calls and how they hope to replace them this summer.
Time and temp. And that's when we finally get back some better weather. Mostly sunny skies and temperatures just a little bit below normal next Monday through Wednesday.
All right, thank you, Riley. Did you know you can call 911 from someone else's phone, even locked? Just ahead, we'll show you the trick that could save someone's life.
First Alert Radar and Associates.
Imagine being out and finding someone who needs immediate medical help. You don't know if they've had a heart attack or a stroke. You reach for their phone, but it's locked. What do you do?
A little-known feature of most smartphones makes it possible to call 911 from any phone, whether it's connected to a phone plan or not. Our consumer tech reporter, Jamie Tucker, shows us how a life-saving feature can be used if it's set up ahead of time.
What the Tech, sponsored by Wow Internet.
So here's the scenario. You run across someone who clearly needs help and they're unresponsive. Your first thought is to call 911 from your phone. But it's even better if you call it from their phone. And you can, even if their phone is locked.
If they have an iPhone, just swipe up on the screen. You'll see emergency at the bottom of the screen. Tap it to open a phone keypad. You won't be able to call anyone but 911. You'll see medical ID at the bottom of the screen. Tapping it should show the person's name, the medications they take, and their emergency contacts. If they're wearing an Apple Watch, it's probably already unlocked. Even if it isn't, press and hold the bottom button. You swipe to make an SOS call, which dials 911 and sends a message to their emergency contact saying you've called for help and shows your precise location. This works if they set up emergency contacts, and if you haven't already done this, you should. Open the Help app on an iPhone and tap your picture at the top right. Fill in as much as you think is necessary, especially any medication information that would be important in an emergency. Add your emergency contacts and phone numbers here as well. Make sure Show When Locked and Share During Emergency Call are turned on. On Android devices, swipe up on the screen, tap Emergency Call to see their name, call 911, as well as view their medical information and emergency contacts. Android phone owners should also enter that information. Be aware this could be different depending on which Android device you have.
And if you have young kids, teach them how to do it. Take an old phone, doesn't matter if it's connected to a phone plan or not. Put it on the charger, connect it to Wi-Fi, show them how to use it. It could be the only way they can call for help if they can't unlock mom or dad's phone. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
And you can also use this if you find the owner of a lost iPhone. Just be careful not to tap the button that calls 911 automatically. Riley?
All right, some pretty good tips there. We are still tracking some thunderstorms on our First Alert Radar network, especially across Jenkins, Screven, and Allendale County. These will be moving closer towards the coast the rest of this evening. Now look at the forecast just after the break.
Spring is here.
There's a new baby at Zoo Atlanta. Look at that. The western lowland gorilla Shalia gave birth 2 weeks earlier than expected. The zoo says it's not sure if the baby is a boy or a girl because right now it's bonding with mom, and you don't want to break that. But it says the baby is healthy and strong. Its father is 22-year-old Willie B. Jr.,
Absolutely.
the only son of the legendary Willie B., who died in 2000. The baby is also an important addition to the critically endangered western lowland gorilla species.
Welcome to the world. That's pretty cool right there. That's
my
a cute
goodness.
little gorilla.
I mean, that is just precious.
And of course, one of the best gorillas because Willie, just a descendant of that. So
Willie.
obviously, a great gorilla.
Yeah, and Riley, I know you had pressure to name your daughter Wilhelmina after
Wilma Nicolette, after me and Nick
Oh
Proto.
my gosh.
We tried to get Dakota to do it first, but his wife wasn't on board. I don't really know why.
And mine struggled with that one too, but y'all were close on the list. I would say just below Ellie was Wilma Nicolette, and then
we were number 2.
It was a close second, I think. It was a close
I'll
second.
take number 2. I thought we were way down there.
I think he's just being nice, Wilma.
I'll take 2. I'll take 2 out of that name.
That's from the Flintstones, right?
You're right.
Is it Wilma and the Flintstones? Yeah.
That's from us.
Yeah.
Not the Flintstones.
All right, let's take a look at First Alert Radar Network. We are tracking